All right guys, in today's video, as you heard, I'm headed down to Brian's farming videos. If you haven't seen his channel, check it out on YouTube. And we're gonna find out why they are early adopters of this spray drone technology. And we're also going to figure out how much better the T100 is going to be for them on their farm. Let's get into it. I'm ready. We're just gonna have to charge those batteries. Here we go. We're gonna fill her up. It has aggressive moves, that's for sure. Beautiful. That looks awesome.
Yeah.
Holy moly. Here we go. All right guys, Mike with NuWay Ag. We got a T100 with a spray system and spreader system loaded up on the truck. Taking it down to Brian for his farm. He's upgrading from a T40 to a T100, so that's gonna be a huge upgrade. Gotta get Mavic 4 Pro in here, but check this out. Guys are working on equipment. Drones go down, we get them back in the air fast. We got lots of parts, over 1,500 parts in stock. So if you guys need some, make sure to check out NuWayAg.com. Let's go get this done. Here we go, I got the Mavic 4 Pro. This is what we use to get really good in-field drone footage. If you guys wonder what it is, this is the drone we're using. I don't like it. The cardboard box is sticking way up beyond my cab of the truck. So I'll have to keep an eye on it and make sure it doesn't fly off. That would be no bueno if that thing flies off. All right guys, pulling up now. Their corn is way taller than ours is, which would make sense. We're like 3 hours south of where headquarters is. Here it is, Brown Farm. I seen the big grain bins and I was like, we're getting close. It's nice big fields. Can't see much over here, but that way looks really good. Wow, that is a beautiful big building. How's it going? This is an awesome building.
Nice to meet you, Mike.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Bob.
Nice to meet you. You have a drone trailer of some kind that you put together. How's that seem to work out for you?
Brown Farms Custom. There might have been a lot of internet searching, and we might have stumbled on the NuWay website a couple times.
That's all right. Let's see how you got this thing outfitted. Okay, I was gonna ask you if you run DJI generators with your current T40. Have you had any issues with your 12,000?
Just when we got it.
Okay.
The charging board.
Okay, probably DC module.
Yeah, they had to replace the whole thing.
Yep. What happened to your 40?
BJ, you say I think the arm's cracked?
Using your drone for fungicide only. So we got the drone out, we're getting software updated. They got the 14,000 generator moved over to their trailer. Let's see what they think of it right now. I got my truck parked out here because I got Starlink faced up north. I'm using Starlink to update the software. You usually want internet that's pretty fast to update the software on your controllers, utilizing the Starlink. We have not flown it yet, but what are you thinking? Just going from the 40 over there on the little pallet to this?
Well, just when we were taking the spray tanks out in the spreader tanks, tank alone is bigger than the whole airframe on the other one, I think. So it's, I'm pretty impressed with it so far, just the size of it. I mean, I feel like we can actually get a decent amount of stuff done in a day now. I
feel like videos don't show actually how big the aircraft is oftentimes, based on the videos that you've watched and standing next to it.
Yeah, I would even right now, like when you said that tip to tip, it was 12 foot, 12 and a half feet. That's how wide a front wheel assist tractor is.
The first thing I ask a customer when they see a T100 in person is just the size of a T100 compared to his T40. And the T40 is going to weigh only about 84 pounds, where the T100 is going to weigh about 165 pounds, that is with a battery. And then the measurement of a T100 compared to the T40, the measurement across on a T100 is 12 foot 10 inches. On a T40, you're looking at 11 feet 10 inches.
Like even just looking at it, it doesn't look that, like, it's hard for me to wrap my mind around that. But I know when we get up on that trailer and we see how far it's hanging over, I mean, you're going to have a really good size reference.
All right, we're almost done updating this software. Once we get it done updating, we're going to do a flow calibration where we put product into the tank, do the calibration, then we'll fly it up on top of the trailer, then we'll go out here and rip. You're the guy that flies the T40 the most. First impressions, we haven't flown it, obviously, the T100 yet. What are you thinking?
It's huge.
Yeah.
It looks a lot more robust as far as the, your arms, motors, props, everything just looks, it's like a more robust unit.
Yeah. We're gonna get this thing calibrated and then we're gonna rip it out over some corn, see what it looks like. So guys, he's been running the T40 and he has his fields on this T40 And upgrading to the T100 is really easy because he can just transfer his fields right to his T100 controller. No need to go out there and boundary them again. We got them all in there already. Let's go rip this thing. So what does Dad think about this technology?
First drone was his idea.
Oh yeah?
Yep, I was just saying on my video, he's probably watched more of your videos than 99%.
No way.
Yep.
That is cool. So when I initially showed up at the farm, I was thinking that this is the boys' idea. And when I had asked Brian what made them want to get a drone, he actually said it wasn't my idea, it was their dad's. It's interesting to see how certain generation of farmers choose to adopt new technology, and then others are just like, they're not going to have anything to do with it. And to hear that it was their dad's idea to get a spray drone was really intriguing to me. See, he's the type of farmer that adopts quickly.
Yep, he's always been that way.
There's certain farmers that just don't want to do it.
Yeah, it was 100% his idea. To be honest, I was like with the 10-gallon tank, I didn't think at that time that it was a viable option. And I mean, well, we've used it for, this will be the third season with the T40. Well, it was going to be.
Now you got a T100 on the top.
Yep.
Dad's like, see, told you boys. Yeah. That's the future.
Pretty much.
Sweet. So we're setting up just right here, I think. So we're gonna spray this corn. I'm gonna talk to him. I don't know. I personally wouldn't set up this close to the corn, but if he wants to. This is gonna be a temporary solution. I did not bring an extension cord to be able to run it from the bottom up. So,
ready?
I'm ready. We're just gonna have to charge those batteries. And we only have, what, enough for a load? Once that kicks in, you can actually just like go, here we go. We're gonna fill her up. You always take it off by manual, okay. It has aggressive moves, that's for sure. Here we go, first run. You're gonna freak out how fast that thing goes across. Now this is 45 feet per second. We can always up it once we know that that boundary is good down there. We know there's nothing here, so once it gets down there, let's up that. Beautiful. That looks awesome.
Yeah.
That's a good speed, but once that thing goes max, it's like, holy moly. Here we go. This is what she's made of. Watch this puppy fly. Now it's gonna start slowing down all the way out there because it knows, you know, we wanna see that flow rate close to 7 because then it'll get that load off. Look how much faster it's going.
Absolutely. Good grief.
Brian was telling me you were the first one to say, let's get a spray drone.
Yeah, I've been looking at it. Yeah.
That's cool. So nothing against that you're older, but oftentimes older guys don't want to adopt.
I just thought it was cool to be nice truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it'd be nice, safe tracks in the corn.
Hearing a farmer say it himself about how he likes to use the drones so he doesn't have to run over his crops and have soil compaction is really good, because you might hear it from myself, but hearing it come directly from a farmer, that is probably the biggest reason why he wanted to use spray drones on his farm is 1, soil compaction, and 2, is not crushing his crops. I've heard in the past that if you run a ground rig through soybeans, that you can damage up to 4 bushels per acre on soybeans themselves by running a ground rig. And so now he no longer has to do that on his farm down there, and he can go get his T100 out and go rip a couple hundred acres in a day pretty easily because of the capacity that the T100 now has with the extra speed as well.
So we got our first DJI drone. It was a Phantom 3, I think, in 2015, and we weren't doing anything with it. I mean, just to play with it.
Yeah.
He thought that was the coolest thing ever. I mean, when he was my age, you used to have to pay a guy in an airplane to take a picture of your farm to mount.
Oh, yeah.
Now all of a sudden we can see everything we want to see.
Yep. Yeah, so what did we have? 18 gallons in it when we started? Yeah. And we got about 1,300 foot runs. Basically, once this thing gets below 15 to 13 gallons, it doesn't even know that it has anything in it. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think I've ever had somebody unbox one and fly it and actually apply that day. But I did have one other custom app guy that needed drones. He was switching from Helio to DJI. and I took him out in the field, already activated and unboxed. But I would say that this is the only one that I brought out, and like you guys had something that needed done, and it needed done now.
Oh yeah, you usually probably sell them in the off season.
Yeah. What time do you start?
I don't know. I mean, you got here at 3, so
Yeah.
took it out of the box, sprayed 50 acres in 3.5 hours. So.
Like out of the box, do the software. Walk. Yeah.
Yeah, we stopped at batteries.
Yeah, it's not bad. And then we had to update the rest of the other 2 batteries we didn't even update.
Right.
Yeah, so you were literally charging the batteries for the first time on your trailer.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's pretty decent. What's the biggest thing you see right off the rip?
It's just so much faster. I mean, just look at it. Unscientifically, the spray pattern looks beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
We have a perfect day to be spraying. There's 0 wind, but it does look like just a beautiful swirl.
Yep.
It looked to me like it turns faster.
Another big change that they've seen in the T100 is the swath pattern itself, how well it is laying out that swath for them. Now, we were doing 25-foot route spacing, 3-gallon work, 10 foot above the crop, and it was really doing a good job for them. When I was down there getting their T100 set up for them, I had shared with them the swath testing that we did with the T100, and we figured out that if you're doing 3-gallon work and you're doing 25-foot route spacing, 10 foot above the crop, and anything above 45 feet per second, you get CV coverages of between 10 and 15%. That's right there where those ground rigs are at. And so when they heard that, that's what they wanted to run with, was 3-gallon work. They used to do 2-gallon, but now with the extra capacity that the T100 can hold, they definitely wanted to step that up to heavier gallons per acre to get better coverage. And now they're gonna be able to do that on their soybeans, on their corn, using this spray drone and not damaging any of their crops. So they're getting really good coverage doing that with 25-foot route spacing, doing 3-gallon work.
Compared to the 40, it looks like a late model going around turn 3, you know? I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah. Obstacle avoidance. I'll be honest, I've heard some bad things, but I don't know what the bad things are.
Yeah.
It was seeing some tree limbs down there, and you could see it on the screen, and I turn and look, and it's climbing to get over, and then getting back down to the route. I was concerned when it got into like the little last few segments because it beelined across that tree line, and it did a great job. I mean, it came right through. Yeah, it's
Sweet.
yeah.
All right.
Sweet would be the word.
So you would tell farmers that if you're going to upgrade, going from a 40 to 100 is probably a good idea.
I'm pretty happy. Yeah.
I don't think. Well, I would something like this. I would definitely buy the latest and greatest because I mean everything's always innovating. I mean,
No.
And then like I said, the performance upgrade was pretty massive.
Yeah. So it was definitely worth my time driving over 3 hours to deliver this drone, to hear some of those points from a farmer directly using this technology on his farm for already 3 years and upgrading the next generation of spray drone. There you go. Got some farmers outfitted with the T100, upgrading from the T40. They're impressed. Like always, I say it in the videos, the biggest thing about these drones is capacity and speed. It's just that simple. On the T100, the connection between the controller and drone is insane. The FPV camera, the best on the market. So upgrading from a T40 to a T100, those are also some things they're going to see in the future as they keep running this drone some more. But they just got done doing that 50 acres. They're impressed. All right, guys, that's all we got. If you guys are looking for this equipment, get a hold of us, NuWayAg.com. We have a store in Ohio as well as Wichita, Kansas. And we also have dealers all across the country, so you can find those on NuWay. That's it. It's a long drive home, 3 hours. Good day.